Hi, it's Alaska Granny. It's a busy time of year and I'm sure you're all busy also. I thought it was a good idea since I had to go to town for some errands to order some groceries online to just pick up at Walmart. Especially with the price of gasoline skyrocketing, it's more important than ever that we group our chores together as far as if we have to go shopping, that we make sure we go from here to here to here and then we go home. We don't go out each 3 days in a row, for example, to the same area. You want to try to group your tasks together so that you don't use as much gasoline, if that makes any sense. I had a list of 24 items that I wanted to pick up to add to my Prepper Pantry stockpile, and 10 of them, of course, were not available. And of the 14 that I did get, I'm going to show you what they were, but some of them were also limited and I couldn't get all that I wanted. So while it was disappointing, the Walmart online ordering and the pick it up has continued to be the same. That there are disappointments, but you can still get things that you want. Isn't it funny that after a few years we just expect we're not going to get the things we want? And so people who say, there's no shortages where I live, well, I don't know what you're ordering, but I have continued to have problems with that, and I don't think any of the things that I order are extraordinary. Let me show you what I bought today at my online ordering and the grocery pickup at Walmart. First, I bought some packaged items. I got some of the Knorr creamy chicken pasta sides, but they only had 5. That was all I could get. It's a flavor that I enjoy eating, and so I wanted to have 12, but they only had 5 in the store, so that was how many I got. Finally, Idahoan baby red potatoes were in stock. You were allowed to get 12, and I was able to get 12. I specifically made sure not to substitute because some of them have added other items in them, and I like to just get the baby reds. Plus, I think they're going to store longer because they don't have other more ingredients in them, and some of the ones with flavors, of course, are going to have other items in them. I bought 2 packages of the banana chips. They're a great way to have shelf-stable bananas, plus I think they're tasty. They last quite a long time, the bags are not very expensive, and you know, the price of fresh bananas is crazy, and here in Alaska, by the time we get bananas, they're usually not that tasty. It's always a treat to have a fresh banana, but this is a great way to have extra fruit in your stockpile. I have been trying for a long time to get the canned lentils. I don't know why, they're in short supply in Alaska. They had organic lentils, but they only had 2 cans, and it's the first time they've had any cans in a few months that I've been trying to get them. But sadly, this can has a dent, and this can has a dent right along the upper edge. Now that to me is going to compromise the seal on the can, and so I was extremely disappointed. I think it's a combination of the cans are just not made sturdy anymore, and that they're short-staffed, so when people are racing around trying to load up, they're just tossing the food to try to hurry up. And so it's a combination, I think, that makes this so frustrating. I've been making a lot more pancakes and waffles. My family likes that. So I picked up 2 36-ounce original syrup, pancake syrup. These were $3.43, which I think is a dramatic increase over what the price used to be. But it was by far the least expensive. We know that there are wheat shortages. Flour, of course, is made out of wheat, and so I stocked up on some flour. I was able to get 2 10-pound bags. Flour doesn't last forever, but I'm still going to seal it into Mylar bags so that it stays more airtight. You want to store flour as airtight as possible to help it last longer. Flour tends to go off and get a little spoiled. If you want flour for long term, you need to buy actual wheat berries and grind those up. But I recently bought a bread machine to make sure that I can make bread for my family. I also stocked up on fast rising yeast, active dry yeast, and then I bought a little jar of quick rise that's designed to go in the bread machine. There are different strategies that people feel what yeast is best to go in the bread machine, so I'm going to try all three and see which one, if it think it makes any difference. I'm going to portion out the flour and put it into Mylar bags simply so that I have more useful sizes in airtight containers. And I'll probably put them in the freezer for a few days to make sure that any weevils or bugs are no longer viable and that my flour will last as long as possible. The last two items I bought were bleach in tablet form. I bought the Clorox toilet tablets. I like to use these. I know some people don't, but I do. I like to drop these in the toilet tank. We flush it enough. It's never been a problem. And I find that these last about 3 months each. Now, you couldn't even get those at the beginning of the pandemic, and being sure that things were clean is very important. I like these little concentrated bleach tablets. I always make sure that I get the plain ones with no scent or aroma. There's 32 tablets in each of these. You can drop them into a toilet. You can use them to sanitize your laundry. You can use them in your cleaning water. And I know it says you're not supposed to, but I figure if I'm in dire straits and I need to have an additional way to purify water, I just may end up using these. You would drop one of these into water and make actual liquid bleach and then use a few drops if you wanted to, say, purify water. But it's not exactly the same as purifying water with bleach. Don't make that the only plan you have for how you would purify water. You can use it perhaps like I'm planning in an all-out emergency and I don't have something else. You can see it says they dissolve in hot or cold water. So you could use 1 tablet into 1 quart of water to use for sanitation and cleaning. I hope you're taking this opportunity while things are still available to add to your prepper pantry and build your stockpile. Stock up on foods that you would normally eat and you're willing to rotate. That's the whole idea of having a prepper pantry stockpile, is it's foods that you use, foods that you're willing to eat. You know how to store them and then rotate them so that you can continue to have the food that you want to feed your family. Leave it in the comments below if there are items that you're finding the prices are going ridiculously expensive or that have been unavailable. We can learn a lot from each other if we continue to help educate other like-minded people and to keep us all aware of what's going on around us. If you enjoyed my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might like it. Please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.